we're going to make Mexican wedding cookies. They're also known as Russian tea cakes, or in America they're known as snowballs. However, these are not to be confused with the snowballs that we make in Scotland, because they're so nothing like them. These are actually pecan nut based. So we're just going to get on with the recipe in a second, but just before we do, I'm going to actually do something that I never do on camera, because I'm actually going to just have one. Oh my god. These are absolutely delicious. The only thing I could recommend is that you make 2 loads. So let's get cracking and get making this recipe. Okay then, here we go. So ingredients that we have here are 125 grams of toasted pecan nuts. We have 130 of plain flour, which is all-purpose flour if you're stateside. 45 grams of icing sugar. If you only got caster sugar, or you don't have enough icing sugar because you'll need icing sugar for later, caster sugar will be absolutely fine. 115 grams of butter, and then it'll be 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So everything is just going straight into the bowl for these cookies. Now I had actually, in fact I'll just take some back out, because I was just going to show you that once they had come out the oven, I just had kept piling them up together, and as you can see, once you've started chopping them, some of the bigger pieces start to fall away, so you can just keep working at them. Just holding down at the end of your knife and working through. Now I've got some that's obviously powdered. You can use your blender if you want. If you want it very fine, you could use your blender. I did it by hand because I was wanting to just keep some with a bit of texture in it. Should have said that first. But anyway, go straight in your big bowl. This is going to be messy, so rings are off today. In with your flour, sugar, just try and get everything out here. So one thing, if you're using caster sugar, it comes away a wee bit easier. Butter. Oh, just try and get it all. And then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm going to just, I quite like vanilla, so I've just let it spill over a little there. Now if we just move all this out the road, or at least to one side. Yeah, I was making a steamed jammy pudding last night, so if you fancy doing that, just look up the steamed pudding one, which I normally would make with syrup. Orkney.Scot, you'll get the recipe there, or just do steamed pudding into YouTube, Helen's Home Cooking, and you'll find the recipe for that there. It was absolutely lovely. Now some people will put a glove on to do this. I don't mind getting my fingers dirty, and it won't take long to come together. Now the pecan nuts, when you buy them, I bought them in Lidl because they were quite cheap out of there. Toast them, put them just in a flat baking tray into your oven at about 350, which say maybe slightly less than that, about 150 degrees centigrade, so say just under the 350 Fahrenheit, which is about gas mark 3. You're only wanting to toast them for about 8 minutes, and then when you take them out, chop them up however big or small you like. And you can do these in advance, and they will keep in your fridge for quite a long time. So it's quite good to have these things done in advance, but you're wanting to toast your nuts because it does just give off a lovely flavour. And of course this is where the people that use gloves they'll not be making such a mess of things. So what we're going to do is we're actually just going to wrap this in a piece of cling film, put it into the fridge for at least half an hour, a couple of hours if you've got the time. Cooler the better, easier to work with. So we'll just leave it there just now, pop it in the fridge, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what to do in just a wee while. Bye! Okay, this has had a couple of hours in the fridge, so just take it out. And all you're doing is pulling off just a wee bit, and you're just making little 1-inch balls. Now, you're just needing little ones, just like that. But Kenny tells me on good authority, Mr. Cameraman here, that if you're not wanting to use a ruler, this section here, between here and the end of your thumb, is approximately 1 inch. So that's what I'm doing anyway. We'll soon find out. This mix should give you about 24, so we shall see how we get to how many we have by the end of this. Now these are unlike when you're making cookies, these won't spread, so as long as you leave a wee bit of room between them, one tray should be enough depending on the size of your tray. So I shall just crack at and finish them, and we'll just come back in a wee second. Right, down to the last 2 here, and we did get 24. That was quite surprising, but there we go. So about 1 inch apart, so just round about the inch. I mean, one or two of them might be a wee bit bigger, but just try and keep them about 1 inch apart and just space them ever so slightly. They shouldn't, like I say, they shouldn't spread too much. Fingers crossed. Now these just go into the centre of the oven for 15 minutes. Now you don't want these to go golden brown, they have to stay quite pale, but if you want to just check them, you're just wanting to check that they're firm. They don't need to, like I said, they don't need to be golden brown, but as long as they're firm. So that's 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 180 Celsius or gas mark 4, centre of the oven, 15 minutes. We'll come back then and show you what to do next. See you in a wee minute. Bye. Okay, mine took about 17 minutes. I came and checked just about the 15 minutes and they just weren't firm to the touch. But I mean, you're not wanting these to go dark golden brown or anything. So you're just going to leave these just for a wee minute to cool till you're able to handle them. Just depends if you've got asbestos fingers, I suppose. What we've already done here is we've got 125 grams of icing sugar. Gosh, brain's not working. I keep wanting to say powdered sugar for some reason. Probably because these recipes, you know, when you look at them, and of course they've got the Russian or the Mexican connotations in that, quite often they refer to it as confectioner's sugar or powder sugar. So anyway, icing sugar is how we know it in Scotland anyway. I've already sieved it, so make sure there's no lumps. So 125 grams, just ready. What I think I maybe forgot to say to you was just to actually put these on a silicone sheet or a piece of baking paper. You don't need to grease it. You're not wanting to grease it, okay? So if you think you can handle them just after a wee minute, they're quite fragile, so just be quite gentle. And into the icing sugar. Now 125 grams maybe seems like quite a lot, but you're going to do these twice. Okay, once these have actually cooled, now you will allow them to completely cool. So you might actually want to put these onto a rack. Okay, so you're just wanting to toss them, because I mean if you leave them on a plate they'll actually maybe go just a little bit soggy. But I've not taken a rack down just now, but I'll just do that in a second. So just do 2 or 3 of them straight into this, onto the rack, and then once they've completely cooled, come back and do them a second coating. Now I won't bother coming back for that, but that's how you do these. You just coat them twice, and then if you need anything, just go into the Orkney News and just gently coat them. Okay, put them back onto the baking sheet if you like, but I mean a cooling rack's probably the best place to just put these. If you have any issues, always get back to me, let me know. orkneynews.scot, put the recipe up tonight as well, so you can go there for any information that you need to find out. Give these a try, they're fantastic for Christmas, and let me know how you get on. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.